Our praises for Allah. We seek His help and we seek His forgiveness. And we seek refuge in Allah from the evil of our souls and from our bad actions. For verily, whomsoever Allah guides will never be misguided, and whomsoever Allah leads astray shall never find guidance. I bear witness that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah alone, without partners, and that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is His slave and messenger. O you who believe, fear Allah as He should be feared, and do not die except in a state of Islam. O mankind, be dutiful to your Lord, who created you from a single person, and from Him He created His spouse, and from both of them He created many men and women, and fear Allah, through whom you demand your mutual rights. And do not sever the ties of kinship, for surely Allah is an ever all-watcher over you. All who believe, fear Allah and speak the truth always. He will direct you to do righteous deeds, and He will forgive you your sins. And whosoever obeys Allah and His messenger has indeed attained the greatest success. To proceed, verily the best of speech is the book of Allah, the Quran, and the best of guidance is the guidance of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the worst of affairs are the newly invented matters. For verily every newly invented matter is a bid'ah, as an innovation, and every innovation is misguidance, and every misguidance leads to the fire. May Allah save us from it. My brothers and sisters in Islam, I want to remind myself and yourselves of the statement of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بدأ الإسلام غريبا وسيعود كما بدأ غريبا فطوبى للغرباء. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in a hadith narrated by Abu Hurairah, he said, Islam began as something strange, and it will return as it began to something strange. فَطُوبَى لِلْغُرَبَاءِ. So tuba to the strangers. There is no doubt that we are all aware of how strange Islam was when it began. I'm sure there is nobody listening here, both young and old, that is not aware of the persecution that the Muslims suffered, that the Messenger of Allah suffered, that the companions, the early companions suffered in the hands of the people of Mecca and even those around them. When Islam started, it was really strange. And those who believed in Islam were very, very few. And everything was strange to the kuffar, to the extent they said, when the Prophet ﷺ would proclaim, La ilaha illallah, say La ilaha illallah, they said, أَجَعَلَ الْآلِهَةَ إِلَهًا وَاحِدًا إِنَّ هَذَا لَشَيْءٌ عُجَابٌ. Is he making all the gods into one God? 360 gods inside and outside the Kaaba? He's calling them all one, making them into all one? We should discard all these and worship just one God? This is something really strange. That's how strange it was for a very long time until Islam became victorious and well-known. And then the Prophet ﷺ is telling us, Islam will return to being something strange, the way it was in the past. Similar, not the same way. And we will let us know why it is not the same way. But Islam will become strange again. And Muslims will be strange. But the Prophet ﷺ is telling us, glad tidings, toobah. This toobah, in a narration, the Prophet ﷺ said, toobah is a tree in paradise. So this toobah that the Prophet ﷺ is saying, glad tidings of this toobah, which is a tree in paradise, meaning glad tidings of paradise to the strangers. They will have paradise, they will benefit from this tree in paradise. And the Prophet ﷺ said that its shade is the distance that is covered in 100 years of journey. And the garments of inhabitants of paradise will be extracted from its branches. فَطُوبَى لِلْغُرَبَى. وفي رواية قيل ومن هم يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال الذين يصلحون إذا فسد الناس. It was mentioned to, it was asked, oh ya Rasulullah, who are these strangers? The later strangers, not the earlier strangers. The earlier strangers were all known. Who are these strangers when Islam returns to being something strange? He said, الَّذِينَ يُصْلِحُونَ إِذَا فَسَدَ النَّاسِ. Those who rectify their affairs, their own affairs, when the people become corrupted. When the people become corrupted in their religion, they rectify their affairs. They remain steadfast. وفي رواية قال الذين يفرون بدينهم من الفتن. Those who flee with their religion from trials and tribulations. When trials and tribulations come, the Ghuraba will flee from the trials and tribulations with their religion, for the sake of their religion. They do not fall into fitan. They will stay away from fitan for the sake of their religion. They stay away from the corruptions of the people for the sake of their religion. And in the narration he said, الَّذِينَ يُصْلِحُونَ مَا أَفْسَدَ النَّاسِ. Those who rectify that which the people have corrupted. They rectify themselves and they rectify what the people have corrupted. So they rectify the deen, the Quran and Sunnah, the misunderstandings of the people, the misinterpretations of the people, in their aqidah, in their thinking, in their beliefs, in their mu'amalat, in their dealings with the people, in their ibadah. They rectify all this. These will be the strangers. And the Prophet ﷺ said, "Hum unasun salihun qalil fi unasin su'in kathir." These strangers, they will be the pious people. The salihun, very few, amongst many evil people. These are the strangers. These strangers, my brothers and sisters, they are not like the strangers of the early Islam, because the strangers of the early Islam were the Muslims, and their strangeness was amongst the disbelievers. The strangeness that comes later, which we have today, we've had for hundreds of years, and it gets worse as the time goes by, is not the strangeness of Islam among the disbelievers. Because 2 billion Muslims, you cannot call them strange among 6-7 billion people, 1/3, 1/4. That's not strange. The strangeness of Islam is the strangeness, or the strangeness of the strangers is their strangeness amongst the Muslims themselves. That's why the Prophet said, الَّذِينَ يُصْلِحُونَ إِذَا فَسَدَ النَّاسِ. When the Muslims themselves become corrupt in their religion, then it is for you and I to remain steadfast upon the Quran and Sunnah. Because those who remain steadfast upon the Quran and Sunnah will be strange amongst the Muslims. And they will be called names. And they will be called mutashaddidun, and all sorts of names. Because they are holding fast to the Quran and Sunnah. And the scholars say that these strangers are of two types. As mentioned in the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first of them are those who they rectify themselves and they hold fast to the Quran and Sunnah. In their aqidah, in their beliefs, in their aqwal, in their statements, in their af'al, in their actions. Fil ibadat wa fil mu'amalat. Both in worship and actions between the people. They try to hold fast to the Quran and Sunnah, to the guidance of the Messenger of Allah and the pious predecessors. And the second category are those who, even after holding fast in themselves, they rectify what the people are corrupted. They call to the Quran and Sunnah. These are the scholars of the people of Sunnah who are calling to the Quran and Sunnah and correcting the misunderstandings of the people and correcting what the people are corrupted. And they are the better of the two categories we have. And these are the strangers. And one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Ubadah bin Samit, he was telling someone, he said, it is evident that should your life be prolonged, you will see a man who recites the Quran upon the tongue of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, repeating it and displaying it, acting upon it, allowing its halal and forbidding its haram. He will then be lowered in his status and in his position. And his position will be neglected amongst you and considered just as the position of a dead donkey. This is the person who holds on to the Quran and Sunnah. He will be neglected amongst the people. And the people that will be upheld, that will be held in high esteem, are those who corrupt, who change the meanings, who find wrong interpretations to suit the people and their desires, and to suit what the kuffar want from the Muslims. These are the people that will be held in high esteem. They will become celebrities. They will be popular. You will see them everywhere. They will call them to every program because they are the ones that say what the people want. As for those that say what Allah and His Messenger want, then they will be neglected. And those are the strangers, as well as those that follow them. And we have had these people in the past, and we still have them today. And Anas bin Malik radiallahu anhu قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يأتي على الناس زمان الصابر فيهم على دينه كالقابض على الجمر. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a time will come upon the people that the patient one upon his deen, the one who remains patient upon his deen, patient by following the injunctions of the deen, will be like the one who is holding onto hot coal. My brothers and sisters, it's difficult. It will be difficult, and it is difficult to hold on to the Quran and Sunnah. How many people, how many places do you see that are halal for you to go? How many restaurants do you see that are halal? How many halal shops do you see selling tobacco, selling alcohol? How many halal restaurants do you see selling alcohol? Because they are not ready to hold them. They mix halal and haram together. This is holding on to the Quran and Sunnah, and it's for me too. How many of us are able to stay away from these things, from these places? At work, with our colleagues, you go to restaurants and they are drinking alcohol and you sit with them. You don't want to feel that strangeness. I'm not doing, sorry, excuse me. They call you for Christmas party and you can't stay away because you cannot afford to feel that strangeness. You say, okay, but you have to socialize with the people. socialize with the people while going against the Quran and Sunnah? My brothers and sisters, do not be afraid to be from the strangers. toobah لِلْغُرَبَاءِ. This is difficult as holding on to hot coal. But remember the promise of Allah and His Messenger. How many people, how many of the Muslims stay upon Islam, dress as Islam commands us to dress? How many of our women dress as Islam commands us to dress? Allah says in the Quran, يا أيها النبي قل لأزواجك وبناتك ونساء المؤمنين يدنين عليهن من جلابيبهن. أين الجلابيب? Where are the jalabib? Where are our women? Is jilbab not part of the deen again? This is the only thing Allah commanded. But some people have deceived us that the commandment of Islam is for the women to cover their hair. That's not what Allah said. He said, يُدْنِينَ عَلَيْهِنَّ مِنْ جَلَابِيبِهِنَّ. Those who wear the jalbab today, they are the strangers. Those who use the niqab today are the strangers. And the normal ones, the normal people who everybody loves and likes, are those who wear the short ones. That's what is important. فَتُوبَى لِلْغُرَبَاءِ. Pray that Almighty Allah grants us the understanding and the way we study. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم.